We are watching Tropical Storm Karen. As of this morning, that's when we saw this develop, crossing over the Western Antilles Islands and into the Caribbean Sea. So we do have this sitting just a couple hundred miles or even less of Grenada there, and also bringing in the wind, the rain to portions of St. Lucia and these islands over there. So again, this is still expected to make a path off towards a northerly direction over Puerto Rico. But as of now, and as of this morning, not much has really changed with the wind speed or the pressure. The winds have been pretty consistent at 40 miles per hour. So it is expected to move over Puerto Rico Tuesday afternoon. Notice, though, that's when we could see some of those winds really picking up for them, even the heavy rain. So they are anticipating possibly up to half a foot of rain over the island there. And then the biggest concerns will be flooding, flash flooding, and of course mudslides. So then as we take a look from Tuesday into Wednesday, still working its way off towards a northerly direction. Notice, though, it does slow down there. So we are going to see a slow moving tropical storm after it passes over land over Puerto Rico into the Atlantic. But then this is where the uncertainty does come apart. So here's what we're looking at with the consensus models, or model plots rather. It does take them over Puerto Rico, and then we go back into the Atlantic Ocean. And then after that, we do see a turn off towards the westerly direction towards the Bahamas. And again, as we take a look in the consensus models, these are the more reliable models. These are the ones that we really start to look at. Same thing over Puerto Rico, then making a curve off towards the west as a tropical storm, possibly maybe even a lower end Category 1 hurricane. So again, this won't be up until next weekend where we're going to be really watching it in this neighborhood right along there. But we're still going to be keeping a very close eye on Karen. And as we do know, a lot can still change, especially this far out. So here's what we're looking at. Very disorganized. Really can't really make out the convection there as it's sitting slightly off towards the east of the islands there. But again, there's a look at San Juan under a tropical storm watch. Again, this is the entire country of Puerto Rico. So we do have Karen right here. Then we have Jerry, tropical storm. This will continue to work its way off towards the northeast. Again, not really affecting us here across southwest Florida or the continental United States. But another area that we're going to be watching hasn't really developed yet, but we do have a very high chance of this becoming the next named storm, possibly Lorenzo, by tomorrow or the day after. This will take a track off towards a westerly direction as well. And it is moving pretty quickly, 15 miles per hour, sitting slightly west of the Cabo Verde Islands. So here's what we're looking at southwest Florida. Notice no green on the state of Florida or even the southeast at all. Even Louisiana looking dry all the way into the Carolinas. That goes all the way into Thursday. But watch what happens Friday. Green picking up. So that means tropical moisture does return. So we do get some indication that we will see rain back in the forecast late this week, even into next weekend. As of this evening, no rain in the forecast, though. Looking gorgeous. Temperatures in the 80s. It will be a little breezy at times. Of course, we will see those winds still northeast, 15, even up to 20. But there's a look, Fisherman's Village, sunset shortly from now, but we do have those trees swaying out there, so we're going to hold on to a little bit of a wind, as I mentioned, for the rest of the evening. We have a 15-mile-per-hour wind there, even 16-mile-per-hour wind out of the northeast over Fort Myers. So tomorrow won't be nearly as breezy, but it will be dry. Notice tonight, tomorrow morning, nothing showing up on the radar, just a few clouds building in, and no rain really expected over the next few days, as I showed you. So by the weekend, that's when we're really going to start to take note of when we could start to see some more moisture working its way on in. So there's a look at our temperatures. Low 80s, very pleasant conditions. Upper 80s near the coast, mid 80s over in Marco Island. Over the next 24 hours, we're going to see those temperatures falling into the 70s. Some of you waking up into the upper 60s, right around 90 degrees for Monday. Tuesday could wake up to a few more 60s even for Wednesday. And then, as I mentioned, by Friday, that's when we could start to see a few showers, maybe a couple of thunderstorms back in the picture. But Saturday and Sunday going into next week could get a little tricky. So we're really going to watch the progress of Karen.
NFL Sunday.